What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Can We Talk podcast with your boy CJ and Paul. Like I always say, y'all don't be afraid to like, dislike, comment, and subscribe so I can keep those notifications for these bangers, these videos we putting out. All right. Today we're gonna be talking about open relationships, and I guess you're seeing your thoughts and your opinions on them. Do you agree with them? Do you participate? You know what I'm saying? Are you open minded to the open relationships? Or are you closed minded?
I'm not open about it. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but I can see the benefit it will have when supporting kids.
What you mean supporting kids?
Huh?
What you mean?
I mean, think about it. If you got two women, okay, and then you got a male, and then you have a bunch of kids, you will always have a support system on either side. So when one mother...
I think you're thinking of a polygamy relationship and not an open relationship.
That's an open relationship.
No, that's not.
Yes, it is.
Open relationship means... A polygamy means y'all all in a relationship together.
Oh,
open relationship.
Crap.
An open relationship
right.
is like you dating somebody.
You dating somebody.
Y'all you can also date somebody else too.
Well, I think you're just messing with people. I don't think you're dating.
Yeah, you can. No, that's what I'm saying. You could be dating other people.
You're open to involve other people in
you're
your
open
sex
to
life.
dating.
You're opening your.
You don't
sex
have to
life
have sex.
people.
You don't have to have sex with other people.
Who don't have sex in open relationships?
People don't. You know that's the thing
then
about
what's the point? The whole
surprise just to have some other people, other company. Whoa. Maybe I just like this girl company. Maybe I don't want to have
that. You can have friends for that.
But no, maybe I want to take her on a date. Maybe I will take a girl on a date. You know how people be tripping now. They say you with a girl anyway. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, y'all dating anyway. So now you can say, yeah, we dating.
If I'm going to be in an open relationship, then that means that gives me validation to go out and mess with other women, and vice versa.
True.
Okay, so I'm not.
But there's usually rules to it too. You know.
Yeah, of course, you got to have just rules and boundaries and everything that you do. But what I'm saying is, there's no couples out there who has open relationships and just date. Don't do anything sexual. What do you mean? I don't know that. What's the point of that's the point of the whole open relationship. It's open.
Some sex addicts, kids.
Well, that's why it's open.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Because they're not satisfied with one partner, and they want other partners in order to satisfy them. They have fantasies.
Satisfy them in what? It may satisfy them in other aspects. Maybe I just like going out with you or whatever. You don't have to have sex with a person.
That's usually what is intended.
That's intended, but that means you don't have to have that to happen. You don't have to have that happen, though.
See, I'm telling you my thoughts, okay?
Your thoughts and your opinions. I'm sorry.
So my thoughts and opinions on open relationships. Personally, I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? If you that freaky deaky and you want other people inside you, or you want to search yourself inside other people, then that's fine. That's your business. I wouldn't want to do that because I'd be scared to catch something.
Well, why don't you just protect yourself?
I'm not a good catcher.
Why don't you just protect yourself then?
Nah, condoms, but I mean, you just never know, man. Because like I said, nobody thinks about protecting themselves when you're in the moment. When you're just making love to somebody. You know, you ever had that instinct when you're making love to somebody and you just take the condom off? You don't even do it. It's just a whole reaction.
I don't even put it on.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. So, to me,
it's a woman's responsibility.
It would be me. To me, it would be dangerous when it comes to an open relationship, because I don't like wearing condoms. There is, because I don't feel like there's the only sufficient thing they will whatever with you is keeping somebody pregnant. But I don't like them because they don't feel good wearing them. You know what I'm saying? I already have
like the girl said, you probably got to get a I don't know, get a different brand, whatever one that was suggesting.
But if people want to do that, then that's fine. You know, I'm not finna mess up somebody's fantasy.
It ain't gotta be a fantasy.
I say most of the time it's fantasy.
It's a fantasy for what?
Huh?
Fantasy of what? What's the fantasy?
What's the fantasy?
Yeah, what's the fantasy?
I don't know.
You say you messing up somebody's fantasy. What's the fantasy?
Because we're not so we're not talking about, like you said, polygamy relationships. We're talking about an open relationships.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm open to do whatever fantasy that I want or fulfill that I haven't fulfilled.
Not necessarily. Like some people with an open relationship, the boundary may be like, don't catch no STDs, don't get nobody pregnant. I don't know what else.
Nobody has fantasies of getting STDs or.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what fantasies are you talking about?
Huh?
What fantasies are you talking about?
Okay, let's say a threesome. What if a girl wants to get a threesome by 2 black dudes? That's the type of fantasy. Or a male wants to watch that. You know, that's why the relationship is open. He's like, oh man, you know, oh this is I love this whole jungle fever type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of fantasies. People have certain fantasies they want to fulfill. That's why they have the open relationship.
See, this one I think the open relationship, because usually, I guess, you know, I watch a lot of divorce court. How they always mess up is because the dudes usually be getting jealous when the girl do whatever, right? But I think you should it should be more, like when you dating in the beginning, if y'all ain't living together or nothing like that, I feel like it should be a lot, you should open up your options. You shouldn't just be sticking to just one person. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like eventually y'all see what else is out there. You know what I'm saying? You can still have your number 1, your number 2, your number 3, number 4, whatever. Then you just choose.
Then that's just dating around. Y'all not in a relationship.
But it's that's what I'm saying. Like the relationship should be a lot more open.
But y'all not in a relationship if you just dating around.
That's what I'm saying. But y'all are, and that's what I'm saying. You are in a relationship.
Most
but you still
people that have
options.
open relationships are together in a house together or living together. So that's why they make the relationship open amongst themselves. True. So they can do whatever they want. Now, I get what you're saying. I think people should date around. I don't think people should just take one girl or one guy and
stick with them.
Yeah, stick with them.
Unless y'all happy, y'all cool.
Unless y'all happy, this person is for you. But I think people should date around. You know what I'm saying? Speed dating. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, you said speed dating?
Yeah, I think people should speed date.
How you gonna get to nobody speed dating? Who speed dates anymore?
I'm just saying.
Nobody speed dates.
I think you should be able, if you have the time, set appointments to girls you want to date. You know what I'm saying? See what they interest, see what they like, and then you choose among them girls that you're going on dates with. Yeah.
But
don't just settle for one girl.
The issue is people just be jealous.
No, the issue is
jealousy.
The issue is people want to date at such a young age. That's the issue.
No, it's not the issue.
Yes, it is.
How's that the issue?
Huh?
How's that the issue?
I don't know. I just think that people don't know what they want.
Exactly. That's why. That's why I think you should be more open. They don't know what they want. That's why you should be more open. You may think you want this one person right now, but then you may meet somebody else a little bit later on. Like, yo, I'm probably feeling that too. And no, this ain't just me trying to be a playaway, trying to cheat on them like that. No, I'm really because a lot of. Then when you even think about it, when a lot of people cheat or whatever when they go out, it's like you really don't be sticking to one person at one time. Like sometimes that person may be getting on your nerves. Sometimes you may need a break and then go with somebody else. Like explore your options. Like who really is the best for you? You know what I'm saying? Be in competition. I like a little competition.
Yeah, but you don't But you can do that. That's all good. But at the same time, you don't go over somebody. You know what I'm saying? You don't mess with somebody's emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're going to date and whatever.
If we talking about it, you know what I'm doing.
I think you should do that before any
like I said,
physical attraction or
physical attraction. What do you mean?
I mean before.
No, but I said before you start moving in with somebody. You know what I'm saying?
No, if you already moving in, then
that's what I'm saying. You should do it before.
Yeah. Not just before you moving in, but before y'all establish a relationship together. You know, when you're dating and stuff.
Like, you my number one. We can still establish. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's an open relationship, because y'all still together. Y'all boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever that means. Okay. But you still go out and venture out.
No, that sounds like it's just cheating, venturing out.
No,
because you can take her with you.
Well, then take her with you too. Let's be open. That's what I'm saying. Stop being so closed-minded.
No, that's not closed-minded. That's not closed-minded. I feel the need for people need to, like I said, I'm gonna say what I said before. Don't strictly go with the person that you're dating, and always weigh out your options. Now, if you get serious with this person before you do that, then you try to make it work as much as possible. Because if you feel like this person was the one for you, then you try to make it work. You know what I'm saying? That's when you sit up there and go into a relationship relying on each other's strength in order to make the relationship better. But before you do that, if you get into a relationship, like I said, you're just dating. You get what I'm saying? If you're just dating, weigh out your options. You know, there's other people out there. You never know. You know, ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Have that open idea of dating other people to try to attract what you like. You know, because you just never know.
Question. It's on my mind. That probably got nothing to do with this. But do you think there's like a time frame on falling in love with someone? Like, can you fall in love with someone too quick, or can it's like can you wait too long to fall in love with someone? I think that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all been together for a year, but you never told her I love you. Like, is there a time period? Can you fall in love with too quick, or can it take too long?
No, I don't believe so, because love.
So let's just tackle the too quick one first. So do you think you can fall in love too quick?
I think if you fall in love too quick, that means that you yourself have certain insecurities that you haven't.
So you do think someone can fall in love too quick?
I do.
Two people can fall in love.
But I think it's a problem when you do.
So what is quick then?
Quick is when you think that this person is making you happy and you feed off their. But
no, what I'm saying, like in a time frame, when you just met this person, so you met this person, it's day one. Between day one and day whatever, like at what point in time is it like say, oh yeah, y'all can't be in love, that's too quick?
Oh, you talking about point times?
Yeah. Like, can you fall in love?
I don't want to give it a.
That's what I'm saying. Like, can you fall in love too quick?
I think before, I will say this, it's before you really get to know the person. You know what I'm saying? And your happiness is literally based off of how they treat you.
Well, I'm gonna put it like this. Remember how we said earlier, like when you marry somebody, it's like you're saying you're getting to know them forever. So do you really don't know somebody because y'all going through life together and people change?
But you can still love somebody and not.
Yeah. But you say like, what you said is like, if you don't know that person, well, we don't really know anybody because people constantly change and constantly grow. You know what I'm saying? So like, can you really love someone too quick?
Yeah.
So what is that too quickness? Like what?
Quickness is. Like I explained before, it's when a person deprives off of them making them happy. So you feel an instant, oh, I love you just because.
Ain't that's what it's supposed to be?
No, because I don't believe that somebody else's happiness should define you. You know what I'm saying? Or define the relationship that you have with this person.
Yeah, this person makes me happy.
This person, I'm talking about like solely whatever your person's happiness. Like basically, if somebody is depressed or they're going through some type of emotional trauma or something, and they literally look to this person to make them happy. Like they look to this person, and I don't think that should happen. You know, you got to be able to make yourself.
But
I
mean, if somebody makes you happy, it's gonna be hard not to fall in love with them.
Of course,
so that's what I'm saying. So if in a span of a week, y'all talking when this person makes you happy, can you say, "Oh, I fell in love with you"? Can you say that? Is a week too quick?
We putting.
That's what I'm saying. That's the time. That's the whole point. Is we putting times on
it. That's a good question. I really think it's up to the person, up to the both individuals of how they treated each other. But you know, I'm all about getting help before getting into a relationship, because you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of things that can be persuaded into something that's not really there, just because of what you're missing from your childhood or what you're missing from something, and then you try to pin it on the relationship that you got.
Okay, so now we're gonna go to the other one about taking too long. Can you take too long? Can you be with somebody for a year and not say I love you and that relationship still work?
Yeah, I think that people get into the whole I love you thing as a way to break away from a person's feelings, because love isn't just about how you feel about somebody. You know, it's also about how you treat them. It's also about, you know what I'm saying, what you'll do for them. You know, it's not just in it for just feels and how I feel about you. Because I can sit up there and tell somebody all the time, oh, well, I love you,
But you beating them up.
Yeah, if you beating them up, then
yeah, I love Tina. He loved them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He loved them some Tina.
Love isn't just about the feels of how you. I mean, it's not just how you feel about somebody, but how you how you gradually improve or try to improve your relationship with somebody by treating them the way they're supposed to. Mm-hmm. You know, love is an action word. It's what you do and how you do it. It's not all about, oh man, it's, you know, I can just feel it. You know,
yeah, just because I don't say I love you don't mean I love you.
Yeah, just because
by my actions.
Yeah, you should be. Somebody should be able to tell by your actions. You know, and some people get scared to say it because I love you.
Because it's another form of commitment.
Yeah, and it's a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? When somebody, think about it. When somebody tells you I love you, now there's a bigger responsibility that you have to establish between y'all.
Oh yeah, because if you love me, you wouldn't hurt me.
You wouldn't do this. And, you know, and we gotta also understand that. You know what I'm saying? We as people, we ain't perfect. You know, we're gonna mess up. So that's why. And people don't use the whole "I love you" in order, so they won't be like, because they make it seem like if I say that, then I have to be 100% perfect in a relationship.
But nobody's perfect, though.
No, of course nobody's perfect, but that's what I'm saying.
So
if you don't love me, you wouldn't do this.
So you don't think there's no time that's too long?
No, because I mean, I think people can fall in love like that. I honestly
so you think it's quick, but
I just think that you have to know.
So what do you think? Love at first sight?
Okay, I do agree with that.
At first sight?
Nah, okay, you know what? Let me change my rhetoric about that, because I don't feel that you can love somebody at first sight. I don't think that, because first of all, you don't know because okay, everybody has qualifications on somebody else of what they like and what they don't. How can you sit up there and judge a person based off of how they look, but besides physical attraction of what you like about them? Than their qualifications. You don't know if this dude's a murderer or if he's a cheater. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that you don't like, right? So why would you say that, oh, I loved you first sight, when you don't even know, when your qualifications of a man that you keep up with, he doesn't even have.
So you think you can fall in love after a conversation? After one conversation?
Oh, yeah. I mean, shoot, you can tell, actually, you can tell a lot about somebody just by one conversation. But it depends on the questions that you ask. So if you're not asking about the person, you know, and they just steady telling them about. I
mean,
I think you can kind of have a clear picture.
You can get a gauge.
But I think asking the questions would validate a lot about the person's personality.
Okay.
You know, their characteristics.
Okay, so what do you say are some good questions to ask in the I guess on the first date or whatever? To get to know somebody.
To get to know somebody?
Yeah. What do you think are some good questions?
First, if they got any kids.
I mean,
I will ask, you know, where they work. You know, I will also ask their past relationships. Yeah, I will ask.
Look, I'm a big advocate of, like, I don't want to know nothing about your past relationships because they ain't got nothing to do with me.
I mean, like...
They ain't got nothing to do with me.
Well, yeah, but what if that person takes what happens to their past relationships and brings it over to you? So you want to know about that. You will want to know about...
No, everybody have their baggage. You going to bring your baggage, but guess what we finna do?
Yeah, but I don't want your baggage from your last relationship.
It's going to happen.
No, it's not.
It's going to happen.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, because then I don't want you blaming me for what somebody else did, for his mistakes or her mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
That's where the communication come in. Oh, this dude hurt you? Then you gotta you let me know, okay, well, like in a situation, dude did whatever he did to you. I'm not dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, so then you leave that part of your life with that when we talk, but you don't bring it into my relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you don't bring your problems in a relationship. You don't bring what y'all went through. What y'all went through is what y'all went through. What we're going to go through is going to be totally different.
There may be some things that you don't want to have to deal with then or now that you dealt with before.
Like what?
I don't know. You dealt with your girl nagging up at you or something for I don't know, like that's probably the way you do things.
Yeah, that's okay. Then that
like,
can be
man,
established.
My old girl
before,
used to do the same thing.
That can be established before the relationship, before y'all get into it. That's why y'all just dating now, because y'all seeing
what the situation probably may never
y'all like or want it. See, well, if it hasn't been brought up, then whose fault is
my
that?
thing is if you tell somebody like everything that happened in your past relationships or whatever, now I'm gonna try to not to do those things. But what if I naturally already do those things? So now I'm not acting like myself. You see what I'm saying?
You're not acting like yourself.
Yeah. Because what if me and dude do the same thing, whatever, right? But since you told me that what dude did bothered you,
like it hit you, there's certain things. Okay, listen, there's certain things that I don't feel that somebody should complain about. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, I remember you said that too. Because there's a lot of things that's fixable. We complain about people in relationships. That things that can be fixed. Like somebody not washing the dishes. That can be easily fixed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or somebody sweeping, cleaning up, cooking. I mean, if you can't cook, okay, that's a big deal. But there's things that usually in relationships that people complain about can be fixed. Yeah. Like weight. Like I was listening to a guy on the radio. He said, or I think it was you said that. But he basically said, if my wife was to be fat or turn fat while we're in a relationship, when I got with her when she was skinny, I'm gonna leave. But my thought is that's something that can be fixed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She can lose weight. You know what I'm saying? You help her with that. If you don't want her, we should all be able in relationships build each other's up when we're down. Or when we aren't at our peak, when we aren't at our peak when we first met, you know what I'm saying? So let's say you had a girl, right? Okay. And she ain't at her peak like she was before. Mm-hmm. So you have to sit up there and like, okay, what can I do, or how can I motivate her in order to get back to where she was at? Yeah, instead of putting her down. With it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, a relationship, it takes two for everything that you do. 100. It's 100. So why would you sit up there and fault her for getting weight when you the one that's feeding her? Yeah. You the one that's taking her out. Yeah. That's just what I think. You know what I'm saying? I really have a strong opinion about that. Mm-hmm. But, that's just me. I guess we was talking about open relationships.
Yeah, past that. Nah, because something I wanted to... You went off on a tangent.
I'm sorry, but...
Okay. God dang it. What was I on? It was about the falling in love.
Falling in love after a week or two. People just need to be cautious about who you try to put your trust in, who you try to put your love in. You know what I'm saying? Just take a couple of days. If you love somebody, when you love something and you send it away, if it comes back to you, then it's meant to be. You know what I'm saying?
Look, no, that's stupid. If you send me away, don't expect me to come back. I won't come back. Even if I do love you, I ain't coming back. You send me away.
I'm just saying, try to get to know the person. You know what I'm saying? Look at different characteristics that they have. Ask questions. I believe if a person don't answer your questions, you need to leave.
What questions?
Anything. Hard questions. You have
what are the hard questions, though?
Have you cheated? You know what I'm saying? Are you into cheating? Do you have kids? Do you have a baby mama? You know what I'm saying? Ask about their parents. How was your childhood?
That's simple questions you can ask. You gotta ask people questions like, you know what I'm saying? What are your turn-offs? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like what really makes you tick or whatever? You know? What are your ambitions? Do you got any goals? That's how you mother sucking. That's how you try to figure somebody out.
You got goals. You got goals.
Yeah. But I'm not about to ask you simple questions. Yeah, you gotta ask some hard questions.
You want to be compatible with this person, so you ask questions. That's the whole point. It's about compatibility. That's why you guys are dating in the first place, right? It's about you wanting a guy that will fit, you know what I'm saying, certain criteria that other people can't fit. That's what you want in a guy. You know what I'm saying? Your own perspective, how you want, rather if you're basing it off of you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel it.
So I just think that asking questions in a date is important because it'll get to the person character.
But sometimes you don't even gotta ask questions though.
No, I think
let me tell you why. Sometimes of course you gotta ask questions when you talk. When people talk, they naturally ask questions. But this where I always say the spiritual connection is one you can't train on that one. They're like sometimes you may just be bonded with somebody. And y'all really just out having a good time.
Yeah, and then that good time turned into being in a relationship for 6 months, and then he beating your ass or she beating your ass.
Why what's up with you in this beating?
But I'm just saying. I mean, something can be perfect for a moment.
We gonna make the title of "Fight for Love."
Listen,
fighting for love.
Something can be perfect for a moment. You know what I'm saying? And then it can unravel later. You don't just take those few moments of the relationship and then cherish it when you don't know what this dude or what this girl have on later on.
You cherish the present. You're supposed to cherish it.
But I'm saying you doing that and then being manipulated later on by how this person actually is. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit up there and get deceived by somebody just because you didn't do your part in asking the questions that you needed to ask.
They could still lie to you though. Did you say asking questions is going to prevent somebody from beating you? Get the fudge out of here.
Asking questions is going to prevent a relationship that you don't need. And who would lie? Why lie? Then you a liar.
Yeah, if the person going to beat you don't think they'll lie to you?
No, I think that somebody, and when you put somebody in a position where they have to tell the truth.
What?
If you put somebody in a position where they have to tell the truth. Okay, think about it.
What are you talking about,
okay,
son?
Let me explain it. You're on this date, right? And you're talking to this girl,
Talking to this shawty.
Okay, so you're just asking her questions.
Her name's Melania.
Her name's is Melania.
Melania. Hey, Melania.
Okay, so you're on this date and you're asking her questions. And it's just typical questions that you want to know because maybe in a previous relationship, you know what I'm saying, you just don't want certain girls to be like that because you had a hard time in your previous relationship, right?
Before you go off on your tangent, let me tell you why you ain't always got to ask the questions. Because you know what happens when you start like asking all these questions?
What?
Asking all them questions. Why you asking all them questions? It becomes an interview.
Exactly. Interview them, guys.
No,
interview
you don't
them.
want to be interviewed.
If a person...
No. Oh, because... So you said... can someone not fake the funk on an interview? Can someone not fake the funk on an interview?
Not if you ask them a whole bunch of questions.
Yes, they can. That's why I said you gotta ask the questions to get the vibe going, to get the mood going. Like y'all say.
Okay, anybody can vibe and move though.
That's a part of what it's about.
You're asking the questions to secure yourself.
You're not going to be secure on the first day. What are you?
That's why there's multiple. About? That's why there's multiple days. If you sit up there, if you feel that whatever within with that person, then you go on these dates. Just keep asking the questions that you need to ask in order to feel secure about yourself, just in case, because you don't know how this person is. You don't know all the characteristics and all that.
The only way you'll figure that out is by spending time with that person.
Okay,
it's not by asking questions.
And we're not spending time while we dating right now.
But you ain't gotta ask all. You talking about you gotta ask all these questions. They're gonna answer it word for word. They're gonna let you know who they. You saying somebody's gonna let you know
if somebody feels. If somebody feels.
Listen, you haven't been on first date in some years, decades. Look, so let me tell you, a person isn't gonna give you all of them on that first date. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's going to be some reserves. Mm-hmm. Even though you asking all these crazy hard questions.
Okay, so how would you feel if somebody sit up there and ask you all these questions?
I'm going to answer them, but at the same time, I'm going to make the move right. Like, we're not about to interview me. It's actually...
See, look at that. You see that, y'all? Don't get with this dude. Look at that.
No, there's one girl.
He's telling you the truth.
There's one girl who did, like, she low-key tried to interview me, but it was funny because before we was beating up, she was asking me all these questions or whatever, right? But then when we actually, like, met up, you know what I'm saying, I picked up or whatever, and we driving to the restaurant, my dude, we had an amazing time. Like, it wasn't, like, back and forth asking questions. It was really just vibing off each other. You feel me? And that's what I'm saying. Like nobody wants to be interviewed. Like, well, I ain't behind that no job.
I would. You know
you say that, but you haven't been on no first dates in a while. You know?
I don't know.
I don't know that. But nah, man, it's
always secure yourself. Ask questions.
That's not going to secure you.
Yes, it is.
That's not going to secure you.
Because if somebody's not, if somebody is not willing to answer your questions, I don't think you should even date them.
You can answer the question, but they can still lie to you.
You're still going to put yourself in a position. You're going to put yourself in a position. Huh?
Talking about?
It's about securing yourself.
How are you securing yourself by asking these basic questions? These basic. What are you talking about? Actually, y'all let us know in the comments what are some good questions or tips on the first date.
Yeah, you should ask somebody. You know what I'm saying? Tips where you can just sit up there and ask them. We already discussed it. What you say about?
I said I like to know. You know what I'm saying? Your turn on. So
your ambitions, your goals. What is your goals? Somebody's not gonna just be like, yeah, I'm gonna be a rapper and stuff. People not gonna just. Not everybody is not going to sit up there and try to lie.
But I'm not going to. But
you gotta always have to come up with a lie.
My thing is, you don't want to turn into an interview process because then you're not going to get that real person. But you turn it into.
And then once you do get that vibe, because can somebody not lie to you about them vibing? Can they not?
No, because you vibing. No, I ain't never. Because when you catch a vibe with somebody, you catch it like y'all energies matching, y'all energies. Okay,
so even if somebody catch a vibe with you, can you not turn out to be the person that they thought you were? Can you not change in that aspect while y'all dating? Yeah, we was vibing just so long ago, and then now you're being this.
That's why I said in the beginning, it takes forever to get to know somebody. People change. People grow. People fall back. You feel me? So it just depends. But like you asking these questions isn't going to be, oh, they answered the question just like this. A questionnaire. She's the right one for me. What the fudge? No, that's dumb.
I don't think it's dumb.
It's dumb. Y'all let us know.
Let us know what you think because I think it's very important to ask somebody questions. I think it's very important.
I'm not saying it's not, but you don't want to turn the date into an interview.
But you don't also want to turn the date into where it's vibing and all of a sudden they switch up and beating your ass the next 6 months. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that.
But what is you? How can you prevent?
How can you prevent that? Asking questions.
What? Asking no questions ain't gonna prevent from getting your butt kicked.
Mm-hmm. Asking questions.
What we gonna name? We're gonna name this one.
Asking questions.
Asking questions. No. Fighting for love. Fighting to ask. We gonna come up with something.
Open relationship / something else.
Open the fight for the job. That's too much. That just sound like too much for a title. I don't know. We'll see. We'll come up with something creative. But nah, bro. You way off on this one.
I think you way off.
You got me lost, dog. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. What I'm explaining is about just, you know what I'm saying, making sure that this person is right for you. So you just ask questions.
But the
reason why you don't like being asked questions because apparently it's something you hiding. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you know if a person is true
because stuff naturally comes like when you with somebody, that kind of thing naturally comes out. You don't have to try to ask me all these questions and try to dig and get all this out of me. If we cool and we vibe and we kicking it, this stuff is naturally going to come out of me. I'm going to naturally tell you.
If that naturally comes out of you, then you should naturally be with that person, vibing the same a month, 2 months, 3 months.
People change!
No, but you see, that's what I'm saying. You can't make that excuse about people changing when y'all first we vibing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's an interview, asking all these questions. No, we vibing. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why you're supposed to get to know the person. Because you don't know this person. They can be cool. Anybody can be cool. Vibing, then the next minute, all of a sudden.
But you think asking questions going to prevent that?
I think asking questions can see where this person's head is at. You know what I'm saying? And where this person is in life.
But can that person not put on a mask? Can they not put on a mask and they answer all these questions correctly? Oh, these sound good on paper.
How are you answering questions correctly when they're lies? So you're saying, let me ask you a question.
Because you said you asked the question. No. This is what you're saying. You're saying you asked the questions to the person, right? Like you asking the girl these questions. And then she answered the questions like, okay, cool, I like her now. Like she answers all these questions correctly, like to make me feel, secure about whatever. And then a couple of months down the road, she over there stabbing you.
Okay, what's the difference between you vibing with somebody and they stabbing you when you asking all these questions?
I'm not saying
somebody that asks you questions is not going to sit up there and be straight up with.
You want to know what the difference is? You want to know the difference? When you vibe with somebody and you match with somebody, you really gonna know how they are. Like if they're more aggressive, if they, you know what I'm saying, more passive.
No, because you just said that it takes a lifetime to know somebody. So how would you even know just because you're vibing with someone?
I'm not saying vibing with someone's going to prevent you from getting hurt or whatever. I'm saying is you get a better feel for that person versus
only for that moment, not 6 months down the road.
If y'all still vibing, that means y'all spiritual connection wasn't connected.
Too much not talking about Jesus.
Nah, I'm telling you, my 3 things are for a relationship to work, you gotta have a physical, a mental, and a spiritual connection.
Don't forget financial.
Whatever. A physical connection, of course, is how y'all look, feel, sex, or whatever. Actually, sex would probably go in all 3, to be honest. But physical connections. I keep saying I'm gonna talk about this later, but one of these days I'm gonna go more in depth because I can really give a whole seminar on these 3 connections.
You professional.
I am. Dr. Player Paul in the building. Like, what's up? I got y'all. But not for if you really, I promise you, one of these days I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna get a chalkboard and everything. I'm gonna do a PowerPoint. That's what
somebody do chalkboards.
Smart board. I don't know. But now, you need those. If you have those 3 connections, then you can start engaging in a relationship with somebody. If you don't have a physical, a mental, or a spiritual connection with that person, I wouldn't even bother.
What is the physical?
I'm gotta break it down. It's not simple. It's not 3 simple steps. I gotta really, really break it down on some real talk. And I'll do it one of these days. I may just do it without him because he trash. He don't contribute nothing to the.
I contribute.
He contributes nothing.
I contribute my opinion.
And that's a horrible thing.
You're the one that don't want to be asked questions.
Ladies, I don't want to be interviewed. I don't want to be interviewed.
He gonna lie to you. Did you hear what he said? What if they lie to you? That's him. He just bringing out his own personality. What if they lie to you?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you, but nah, y'all, man. It's the Can We Talk podcast. Don't be afraid to like, dislike, comment, and subscribe so y'all keep getting these videos.